You want me to put that on my todger?
Harry's wife, Afro whatever. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Metro magazine reports on an incident on the Jeremy Vine show. An obsequious, odious individual, but that's for another matter with regard to him. But it does provide us with an opportunity to understand more about the way that people react to narcissists and, of course, those that rush to their defense. An article by Meghan tells us Jeremy Vine show guest blasted for racism after calling Harry's wife Afro whatever in shocking rant. The phrase itself, Afro whatever, doesn't sound particularly supportive, does it? A Jeremy Vine show guest has been blasted for racism after calling Harry's wife Afro whatever in a shocking rant. Appearing on the UK Channel 5 daytime programme Today, Tina Knight, a former Conservative district councillor, engaged a debate over Prince Harry's court case. The Duke of Sussex is involved in a case against Mirror Group newspapers, which is currently playing out in the High Court. His case alleges that about 140 articles published between 1996 and 2010 by MGN titles contained information gathered using unlawful methods. When speaking about the case, Knight turned her attention towards Suits actress Harry's wife. This, of course, provides her with fuel, and as always, even though the case doesn't really involve her, she wants to be talked about. Talking about how things went wrong for the royal couple, Knight said, "What went wrong was when they sat down, and up to this point I said, this is going to be a breath of fresh air, and the fabulous four sat together." Pausing there, thus, so far, a response that many people had suggesting this is going to be really good. She's a breath of fresh air, different views, comes from a different background. This is going to be useful for the monarchy, i.e., people gave her a chance. Knight continued by saying, it was one comment Harry's wife made about what she was going to do to change the monarchy. And I went, oh God, have we got trouble coming? My secretary and I, we put a little $5 in an envelope, and I said, this is going to this way. You watch. She's going to work him. And I won the bet. Accordingly, an individual at an early juncture identifies that Harry's wife was going to be problematic, that she was going to make use of Harry in terms of using him. Sitting beside her, author A.J. West retaliated. Harry was born directly into a box, and the British public expect him to stay in that box until he is dead, and maybe he doesn't want to. Thus, this author defending the position of the Sussexes. Ignoring Knight's interruptions, he continued, maybe that isn't his destiny, and maybe he has married a powerful, glamorous, intelligent woman. Is that a crime? Well, you can see that supporter fails to recognise that she isn't that intelligent. She's not particularly glamorous. And as for powerful, well, she does wield certain power over certain people. No, replied Knight, because she's got her career planned. She then said, she's working her way towards being the first female Afro whatever. As Vine corrected, saying African American, Knight went on, American president, that's what she's working for, thus determining that she sees the political aspirations of Harry's wife. She's got what she needed. She's got the fame. She set her target. I have every admiration for her. Knight's comments, however, have sparked outrage online, with one person writing, before we even get to all the misinformation Tina Knight spewed about Harry's wife, Duchess of Sussex, on Jeremy Vine, there's the thinly veiled bigotry. Another said, Afro whatever. Who is this person spewing such a word salad of bigoted nonsense? That racism just leapt out of her, didn't it? Someone else penned. And then, predictably enough, along comes improbably named plastic-faced Lieutenant Omid Scobie, who said, "Nah, because this is wild. Wow." Naturally, the man who's not the mouthpiece, friend, or cheerleader of the Sussexes immediately appears with regard to the suggestion that someone has behaved in a racist way towards Harry's wife, and immediately engages in being spokesperson, friend, and cheerleader for the Sussex, demonstrating the hypocrisy of the plastic-faced one. "Speechless," someone else added, while another viewer penned, "Vile, get this lady off TV." This comes after reports that the Duchess of Sussex sent a letter to King Charles expressing concern about unconscious bias in the royal family. Harry's wife sent the letter after appearing alongside Harry in the infamous Oprah Winfrey interview in March 2021, according to reports. The bombshell interview plunged the monarchy into crisis after she claimed a member of the royal family had speculated about how dark their unborn son's skin would be. Harry later denied that the couple accused members of the royal family of being racist. In an exchange during an interview with Tom Bradby on ITV in January to promote his memoir Spare, the presenter said, "In the Oprah interview, you accused members of your family of racism." Harry responded by saying, "No, I didn't," adding, "The British press said that." Blame shifting, as we know. After Bradby said the Duchess claimed troubling comments were made about Archie's skin colour, Harry said there was concern about his skin colour. Asked if he would describe that as racist, the Duke said, "I wouldn't, not having lived with that family." However, of course, he allowed his wife in the Oprah interview to make it clear that she was inferring that there was racism, and then he attempted to row back from that. Of course, a comment such as the one that was made by Tina Knight is singularly unhelpful to all concerned. But how would a narcissist such as Harry's wife react to it? Well, assuming that it comes to her attention, and it probably would, she will ignore all instances where people have not been racist towards her and focus upon that one instance of a suggestion of racist language and say, "See, I told you so. People are haters and people are racists." Rather than put things into a context of the fact that most people have never behaved in a racist way towards her and have simply criticised her for her poor behaviour, her narcissism will not allow her to process any of that, and instead, like manna from heaven, will seize upon this to hold out to all and sundry. "See, this is typical of the behaviour that I receive," except it isn't. "See, this is the way they always treat me. They never give me a chance and they're racist towards me." Narcissists are fond of the absolutes of always and never because it cements their conviction with regard to this behaviour that's being meted out towards them. The use of Afro whatever, clumsy and stupid as it was, will be seized upon by Harry's wife to bolster her own thinking of being a victim, and of course, as always, one can rely upon the improbably named plastic-faced Lieutenant Omid Scobie to pick up on it and utilise it as his position as unofficial spokesperson to the Sussexes. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.